Hey guys, welcome to the Sim Racing Paddock. I'm William Marsh, and this is set to be our worst race in a while. We are going to be doing round 4 of the Mazda 787B Sim Racing Paddock Sim Racing System Championship. Oh, that's a mouthful. And I made the mistake of not learning VIR. I haven't really driven Virginia International Raceway much, and I don't know it well. So something tells me this race isn't going to end well, but it should be pretty fun. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me just make sure this is set up properly. Hold on. Dang it, that's not working. Hold on, game capture, Sono Corsa. Oh shoot, I accidentally set it for triples. Hello, Infinity Dave and Homemade Monkey 2. What the heck happened to Homemade Monkey number 1? Hold on, I accidentally have my settings wrong. Let me just adjust them. As mentioned, this is likely going to be my worst race in this championship because I don't know Virginia International Raceway, even though I helped pick out the races. I thought I was going to learn it over the course of this week, but I had a couple things come up. I received my next cockpit I'm going to review, which is the GTR simulator cockpit. Hold on. I have to adjust my image. If you look there, you see the GTR simulator, which I am going to be reviewing soon. But for now, we are just doing this race, and I do not know this track. Wait, what the hell? What the heck? My controls aren't being recognized. Dang it! Okay, this is not good. My controls aren't mapped. What the French toast? Hey, RTA Motorsports, how's it going? What the heck? Some reason, I don't think... Hold on, I have to map my controls real quick. Yay! Now we're going fast, guys. Hey, I mean, can't always have perfect streams, right? I think it was because I installed a new solid state drive or something, but that wouldn't make sense on why everything got cleared. But bottom line, let's just get this set up and we can get going. Okay, so I think we're good now. Join the session. All right, all right, all right. Everything should be gravy. The stream blew fuse, blown fuse. We'll just say that. Now we're loading. Oh man, got to be a hot day today. But yeah, as mentioned before, I do not know this track. So I'm expecting some funny mistakes. But we are in a 12-car field right now. So my guess is, as long as we keep our nose clean, we might be able to get a top 8 or so. I would love to get a top 5, so who knows. Whoa, these tires are slick. I have no idea how much grip this track has. But we're learning. Maybe by the time this race is over, I'll know how to drive Virginia. Whoa, whoa! This is ice racing, guys. Feels like a green track. Holy cold tires. I'm just taking it easy because I know this is going to be very tricky. Car coming up on my left. So how's everyone's week going so far? I hope everyone's having a great week. So far, my week has been doing pretty decently. What do you mean by that, Cernal Joson? Okay, let's see how this goes. So, let's take a look at who's in this. Almor de Souza, Marcelo Nieva, Jaime Santos. Okay, so 11 car field should be decent. Default setup should suffice. I'm just learning. I'm gonna be a back marker this race. Whoa, that was a classic case of monkey see, monkey do. Hey, Cernal Joson, let's just try to keep things civil here, okay? Cool to hear, Infinity Dave. So, by the way, speaking of pre-orders and previews, I just got my review copies of Formula 1 2017 today. And also, I have some copies that I'm going to be giving away. So, stay tuned. I'm going to have a thread up in the Sim Racing Paddock forums about it. And also, I'm going to have a video featuring how you can get your hands or a chance to win a copy. So stay tuned for that. Yep, this is going to be my worst race, guys. Barring some sort of miracle. Stayed on the track, okay. I could take that in third. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Crap. That curb. That curb. Hold on, I have to restart. That sucked. Man, that curb was slippery. I'm just taking it easy this race, guys. Read the description. It's not going to be a good race. Cold tires. But hey, we're all about having fun, right? That's what matters. This is Virginia International Raceway, correct. This is my sim racing system race, and I guess one of the downsides of growing communities is sometimes people aren't exactly the nicest, so it's tough, especially I'm looking to try to get some of my friends in the future for some moderation of the streams, make things a little more civil. So yeah, it's a little tough being a one-man crew right now, but looking at bringing more people on board in the near future. Hello, Jamal. Hope you're doing well today. Let's try to get a good clean lap in now. Major lockup from the guy in front of me. No, 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 no. Dang it. Yeah, 787B is definitely a unique race car. Definitely wasn't the fastest, but it definitely used that reliability and earned its way to that 24 Hours of Le Mans win. This is a tricky track. Okay, wider entry in there. But after this, I might do some easier races. But yeah, also one thing to mention is that I am currently in talks with Henrique and one of my friends regarding doing another event or another season in a couple weeks, and that season will actually feature the 2015 Ferrari Formula 1 car. So that's going to be another exciting race that's coming up soon, or another season. So if you like high-speed Formula 1 cars, you might want to check out that series. A little too hot, a little too hot. Well, if LMP1 still exists next year, I think Toyota is the only LMP1 manufacturer left. So I think if LMP1 exists next year, then they might finally win Le Mans. Ooh, that's going to be a nice fast section in the race. I'm just limping my way to a clean lap right now. But isn't it really just Toyota right now in LMP1s? That's just sad. Because Porsche's gone, Audi left, Peugeot left a couple years ago. This is a mod track for Assetto Corsa. It's Virginia International Raceway. It is very tricky. A lot of elevation changes, a lot of blind corners, as you can tell. No! I do not know this track well. Well, there goes my good lap. In the last corner. Blew it. Whoops. Still 15 freaking seconds off the pole. Dang. Yeah, VIR is definitely a tight track. Yeah, reading and talking, man, that is where it gets tricky. So as I mentioned in the title, not going to be my best race. Track Racer RS6 Infinity Dave. I believe I was supposed to get it today, except I wasn't at my house to sign for it, so I should be getting it tomorrow. But to my left, I actually have the GTR simulator cockpit as well that I'm going to be test driving shortly, but I just haven't mounted anything on yet, so it's gonna be a little bit of time. I am a little nervous about that GTR simulator though. It uses a very, very weird pedal plate where it has hinges on the back and then this ring on the front, and the ring hooks into this slot on the bar. You can see it on the website, but there's nothing really concrete on it. So I'm thinking there's going to be a little bit of play in the pedal deck. Also, there are only 2 holes in the pedal deck, so I'm either gonna have to use my own holes and drill them manually, or I am just gonna have to really tighten them. But I don't know if it's gonna handle the Heusinkveld pedals. That's my concern. Hello, Kevin. Nice to see you in the stream. Wrong pipe. Okay, let me just check something. So I'm gonna up the downforce a little bit. See if this is gonna go. I do heel and toe while braking. So I'm 9th out of 11. So 2 other drivers did not even register a lap. This is going to be an interesting start. So this is 20 minutes around VIR. Wish me luck, guys. I'm going to need it. So I'm just taking it easy, guys. Feel it. Oh, already a spin even before the first turn. Oh my god. He just came to a concrete stop. Well, that's going to shoot my downforce. Whoa! Oh yeah, I don't have any downforce right now. In the front. That impact. Did not expect that guy to just stop like that. Or also, it could be cold tires, so let's see what happens when they warm up. Oh, punted. Letting this guy by me on the inside. Little lock up. I'm not used that corner yet. Okay, that looks like a fun corner series once you get it right. So we finished one lap in about 2 minutes. Down to second. Really slow. This really does need my full attention, I say as I've read that message in a technical section. Whoa! Let's try this out. Oh, that is a high-speed section. Except I'm supposed to use more throttle there. Note. Two cars battling on the front straight. The guy behind me just spun out. Okay, remember there's a tight corner coming up. So, there we go. So remember, I was saying I wanted to have a top 8. I'm in 7th right now. Just saw a yellow flag. I should have gone a little wider there. This track has some very fun sections, but if you just get them wrong, it's like, ugh. Like this section coming up. Take it flat. Almost flat, I should say. And I ran wide. Dang it. Dang it. No. No, 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 no. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Feel the suspension damage out. Let's see if I can drive with the cracks in the windshield. Suspension doesn't feel too bad. Maybe a tiny bit of a pull. The guy behind me is closing in, though. is such a tight corner. I am pulling away from the guy behind me, though. No, no, no. 787B cost to fix now. Oh, boy. I don't think they manufacture the parts anymore, so... yeah. You'd have to get them custom made, which likely costs an arm and a leg. So take that corner in third at around that speed. And second gear. That should be a double apex that I just botched. Learning a track 101. I guess. What not to do. Whoa there, Jamal. That just got dark. No! Oh my gosh, that bump! I mean, I sort of deserve that. Threading the needle, threading the needle. Yep, I lost that spot now. 8th place. Yeek. Now I'm 9 seconds behind 7th. Jeez. Yikes, that wasn't good. Lost the grip there. Whoa, that slide though. Sousa just disconnected. I thought he was like in the lead. Or no, Santos was in the lead. So the top of the crest is my breaking point, roughly. Now we're getting an idea on this track, I think. Very tight corner. Very tight, very tight. I had to swing out and then bring it in. Okay. Then similar here. As I damaged my transmission a bit. So we were about 9 seconds back as 7th place before. Let's see if we can gain any ground. So we're about halfway done through the race. Caught that slide barely. Yeah, I feel like it's starting to come to me now, but I think it might be too little too late to get to 6th place. Looks like, yeah, a guy ahead of me did drop out of the race. Hey, Viking Elite, how's it going, man? And as I read, I make a mistake. Go figure. Totally misgauged my breaking point there. I'll settle for 7th. I mean, as I mentioned before, this is going to be likely one of my worst races, but oh man, crap. Hold the brake, then let him by. Dang it. Well, at least I have a chance to gain a couple spots. I'm blaming you, Viking. Whoa! Wow, holy early breaking point, Batman! I mean, Batman? I accidentally said Batman. I'm literally breaking out of sweat right now because it's like 80 degrees in here, and then hold on, he's gonna try to make a move here. Come on, man, come on. Holy tight corner. Okay, I'm downshifting into 1st for this corner. I didn't know I was a doctor, having patients. Sorry, I had to make that lame joke. Tight corner. There we go. That was a half decent lap. Yellow flag. Someone made a mistake. There we go. And then going to 2nd here. Let's go down to 1st. Little wide. Yeah, that squealing of the suspension sound definitely gets annoying after a little while. Well, I just got blue flagged because that guy is just flying. Oh, I thought that guy spun in the middle of the track. That's why I went to the left. I'm letting this guy by. As mentioned before, this is definitely not my best race. But pretty fun, I'll say that. I might run another race after this, and oh man, second place is completely run off the track. I ran off the track a little bit trying to avoid him. Yeah, should have taken the time to learn this track first. Jamal, I'm not sure if it's going to be a public race. I think there's a GT4 race that Sim Racing System runs right after this, and I might take part in that. I'm gonna go wide, let this guy pass. Come on, come on. Getting a little tough because the guy that I'm battling with for position is about 5 seconds back, so I don't want to give it too much ground. Because I know I could accidentally make a dumb mistake. But once you learn this track, it's actually pretty darn fun. And for a third-party track, it's pretty darn stable. Because there was the race I did at Daytona, which is another third-party track, and it was getting a lot of frame rate struggles. So this is going to be the final lap. So just drive stable, keep the car steady, and I think we'll have 8th place. There we go. Wow, he's made up 3 seconds. This is going to be a close finish, guys, I think. And this is my worst section of the track. Locked up. Okay. Okay, it looks like we are taking home 8th place. There we go. Oh yeah, it is extremely difficult to read, talk, and drive at the same time, but we did it. We did it. We took home a top 10, considering there's only 11 cars that started. Slightly less impressive feat, but we actually we did better than I expected. I did have that big hit where that cracked the windshield and stuff, and that first turn kerfuffle, and that led to just the car balance being off. But man, we were coming into our own in those last couple laps. I love this segment though. That is so much fun. Okay, I don't know Algarve, so I don't think I'm gonna run that. But okay, 8th place. Not bad, I'll say that. So let's exit out. And here's an idea. How about we find a dead server to hijack? Because I don't know how to start my own server yet. So let's take a look. That was the Mazda 787B. So let's take a look and see what servers there are. So don't include locked servers. Let's just find one that no one's in. So, and then we can see what to do with that. So let's take a look. Only display servers you have the content for. Let's take a look. Let's just find something fun. I'm not even sure what track I want to drive yet, guys. Let's see. Homemade Monkey, that should be in the description. I'm sorry if it's not, but I am using the Fanatec Clubsport Wheel V2.5 with the Heusinkveld Engineering Sim Pedals Pro. Let's find actually a server with people in it. Yeah, I'm using the Fanatec Clubsport Wheel V2.5. So some of these don't have much space. Brands Hatch, 10-lap race, GT3, and mixed. Except, is there a password in it? I don't see anything about password. I am just going to do this race, guys. It should be pretty fun. You guys can join if you want. It is the AC Speed Freaks 24/7. So that is where I'm like registering. If you want to join, feel free to. Turn off display capture. There we go. So feel free to join this server if you want to. The A+ AC Speed Freaks 24/7. So it looks like 100% damage, 100% fuel, entire rate. So this is a minnow rating server, so try to be clean, guys. So there's 2 minutes left in qualifying, guys, so if you want to join, hurry up. So hopefully this won't be bad driving. Always like the feel of this 4GT GT3. Best mod for this game? Ooh, that is a tricky question. Because there are so many different pieces of content available. My personal favorite, though, yours could be different, is the McLaren M23 open wheel car. I don't recall if it's been updated to the latest tire model and stuff, but my favorite is that McLaren M23 because it also fits in nicely with the Ferrari 312T for the Niki Lauda versus James Hunt battles. So that's my personal favorite. Formula Hybrid, great F1 car. Definitely another top-notch piece of content. Sure, it's payware, but it's great payware. So I feel justified in paying money for that one. The GP2 version, the Formula RSS Hybrid, I'm not as keen on. Come on, guys, join the server, though. I do know Brands Hatch at the very least. I didn't really know VIR well. I also really enjoy Donington Park, which is also available as a third-party track. Donington Park, I love that track. A lot of fun. I've enjoyed it ever since my GTR2 days. For the record, I'm also planning on doing a retrospective video on GTR2 in the near future, so you might want to give that a look. Remember, guys, feel free to join this race. It's the Speed Freaks 24/7 GT cars at Brands Hatch. So if you have the Dream Pack 3, you can join this. But yeah, as mentioned before, I'm planning on doing a retrospective look video at GTR2. I have the disc copy sitting in my bedroom, but the thing is I don't have my disc drive. What headset I'm using? This is actually the Sennheiser HD 598C headphones. It's not an actual headset. It's just a standard stereo headphone, but I love these. They're extremely comfortable. I got them for about $100. For the mic, I am using the Audio-Technica A875R, and that is an XLR headphone, or XLR microphone plugged into the Focusrite Scarlett 2i4 audio box. Okay, it's 10-lap short race. Unfortunately, it's only going to be 2 cars, but head-to-head versus 221. So come on, guys. You can join and just turn laps during this race if you wanted to. So remember, it is the Speed Freaks 24/7, like the AC Speed Freaks 24/7. So feel free to join if you want. And let's see how this race goes. Let's just hope that 221 doesn't punt me in the first turn. Oh, he's still in the pits. Come on. Okay, we got BenQ GT3 in here. Corsair, I'm actually using their water cooling H100i in my computer system, and it's running really well. I enjoy it on my i7. Keeps temperatures pretty darn cool, especially in my garage, as mentioned before. It's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Fahrenheit. So that would be about maybe 29, 30 degrees Celsius, I think. So, considering that, it keeps the ambient temperature under 40. Under load, I don't think I've seen above 62 or so, which is nice. Because before, I was using the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo, and that actually got temperatures to about 80. Large Llama, I usually give advance notice, but today's just been a weird day for me. I've been running all around, so I actually didn't really get home until about 20 minutes before the stream, or before my race started, so I didn't really have enough time to give advance notice. But in other situations, I am going to give advance notice. Decent upgrade from the Logitech G29. I'd say you can't really go wrong with the T300. That's a decent option. You can get the bundle, which has the 3 pedal set for reasonably priced. And then with that, you can also get the TH8A shifter, and you'd have a wheel, pedal, and set for about $500, $600 US. The only downside is the T3PA Pro are not load cell. Admittedly, the pedals feel not as good as other pedals, but they are reasonably priced. So, considering the pedals are essentially like $100 for a 3-pedal set, that is a good value. When you're factoring in the Fanatec CSL Elites are $200, the Clubsport pedals V3 are $300. So you definitely get decent value with the Thrustmaster pedals, and they're pretty solid performing. I've actually done endurance races with the Thrustmaster T3PA and got great performance out of them. So yeah, I'd say for the PS4, that's a great upgrade. If you wanted to go Fanatec, you'd have to, for PlayStation compatibility, you would need to get the CSL Elite, and currently it's not available in the US. I mean, they did send me it here to review, and it's a decent product. Nowhere near the quality of the Clubsport Wheel V2.5 in my opinion, but it is a huge, massive step up from the Clubsport, or not Clubsport, from the Logitech wheels. Logitech wheel technology, great, excellent in 2008, 2009. 9 years later, not so much. The other wheel technology has just advanced so much that having a consumer gear drive wheel in the same price bracket as the belt drive is just not smart. That's why you're seeing some price drops on the G29. And once there's the price drops, it becomes a little easier to swallow, but for the manufacturer's suggested retail price of $399 for the G29, no way, Jose. That I cannot recommend for $400. I'm commonly seeing them for about $250, and heck, in some sales I've seen them go as low as $179, which is just, but that's more rare than anything. But I'd say for the G29, it has to be under $250 to recommend. For the T300RS, it's a great option. Just the stock T300RS pedals are garbage. So go for the 3-pedal T3PA Pro, or the standard T3PA. Yeah, $399 without shifter, and that just stings a lot because in my early sim racing days, I was exclusively Logitech. My first serious sim wheel I bought was this piece of crap wheel called the Logitech NASCAR. It had about, I think, 240 degrees of rotation. It was a rubber band wheel, no force feedback. It had some vibration, but it was nothing to write home about. Then I upgraded to the Logitech Momo Black, which was pretty solid, and it was nice, but then I discovered Inside Sim Racing and discovered the Logitech G25, and it was like, aww. I ended up getting the Driving Force GT a little while before, and a funny thing happened. Both of those wheels, pedals, failed at the same time. And at this time, Best Buy was excellent with their price matching. So, or not price matching, with their warranty, where they literally, months after I bought them, let me return it. And they allowed me to put the credit towards the Logitech G25. So I bought the G25 and I used that from about 2010 to 2013, I believe. Or no, I used it from 2009 to 2013. So it worked well. But yeah, T300RS is a great option. I have heard mixed things about the reliability, but here's some advice for you guys whenever you get concerned about reliability. Everything has a chance of failing. Everything. I've had issues with my G25. As mentioned before, I had issues with my Logitech Momo and my Logitech NASCAR. I've had issues with Fanatec wheels. I've had issues with Fanatec pedals. I've had issues with Thrustmaster pedals and Thrustmaster wheels and Thrustmaster shifters. So nothing is immune to failure. And if you're gonna let failure get in the way of what you're wanting, then I'd say you might want to reevaluate, because before I joined Inside Sim Racing back in 2014, I was really hot in debate about either Fanatec or Thrustmaster. And I heard all the horror stories about Fanatec products failing. And I was freaking out, and I was thinking, okay, I'll just go with the safe approach, which was, at that time, the Thrustmaster T500RS. At this point, the 300RSs weren't around or anything like that. So I decided, okay, I'm buying the T500RS. Boom. A couple weeks in, the fan fails and the wheel overheats. And I contact Thrustmaster. They really went to bat for me, and they 2 days shipped a replacement fan from France. And it was 2 days, and I had it at my house in California. So props to Thrustmaster on that. And I fixed it myself. It worked fine ever since. But as I said, you can't really let that unknown element influence your decisions too much. I mean, sure you can let it, especially if you don't want to be without your wheel for a few days or so, if it fails. But I'd say look at the features, look at what you are wanting first, and then take into consideration reliability. Because no product has a 1000% reliability rate. Everything is capable of failing. So that's just some of my 2 cents right now. And I'm just rambling on a bit while I'm driving. I wish there were more people in. It looks like we have one other car in, so come on guys, we have 15 people watching. Doesn't anyone else want to join in on the action? I'm driving pretty consistent though. My best lap's a 1:30.943, or my best lap is a 1:30.9 flat. My last lap was a 1:30.94. Hey, Shock Food Guru, nice to have you in the stream, and don't worry about it, man. Everyone has to start somewhere. I got my major sim racing start with Gran Turismo 3 on the PlayStation 2. I did start with PC Master Race NASCAR Racing 1993 edition, but I was only 6 years old. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I basically switched to more arcadey titles like Monster Truck Madness and Andretti Racing and titles such as that. But then when I was about like 13 or so, I got exposed to or no, I would have been more like 11, and I got exposed to Gran Turismo 3, and I got hooked on that. And man, it really threw me down the rabbit hole, because then I got NASCAR Sim Racing for the PC a couple years later. I got involved with R Factor, NASCAR Racing 2003 season, and it's history from there. Stevie Gemza, that depends on the series, because for NASCAR, right now, I'd say it's between Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott. All right, Kyle Larson is kind of biased because I live in California. I live about 50 miles from where he lives, and I've seen him race live at my local dirt track. I've also talked with him once or twice in iRacing, which was cool. And then Chase Elliott, because I used to be a big fan of Bill Elliott. I actually wrote a report in 4th grade about Bill Elliott. It was this autobiography, or it was either biography or autobiography. It was called Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, which was his nickname in NASCAR. So it was definitely enjoyable. And it's cool to see Chase Elliott racing, also using the 24, which was the number of my old favorite driver, Jeff Gordon. And Jeff Gordon, he's another local. He was born about a half hour from where I live. So represent local 24, booyah! Go to Sonoma Raceway, watch Jeff Gordon race, and I really liked that, but I miss him. I wish he was still racing, but I understand why he had to retire. A few of those really hard hits took a toll on his back, and he wants to at least stay in reasonable health, so I understand why he retired, and he already left a huge legacy for the sport, so it's time to usher in that new era of the younger drivers like Chase Elliott, like Kyle Larson, like Ryan Blaney, like all these hot young talents, and they are really doing some stuff to rejuvenate the sport. But it's funny because what they are doing, like for NASCAR, the NASCAR corporate is trying to kill, which is frustrating. So IndyCar driver. Oh, that's tough. I know he's not the most successful, but also I've liked Marco Andretti, even though he only has a couple wins. Seems to always just get a bad luck at times. I would have loved to see him. I would have loved to maybe see Andretti maybe go to Penske, where he might get more of a shot. Seeing him with Andretti Autosport, with Hondas, which seem to be struggling a bit, not just in F1, but also in IndyCar to an extent, I would have loved to see him get a solid opportunity with another team, even though that could almost be seen as blasphemous. But yeah, Joseph Newgarden is also pretty darn good. Also, I like Bourdais. He is a great driver. Sean, I am currently in AC Speed Freaks 24/7, which is GT cars at Brands Hatch. Wait, Andretti swapping to Chevy? That could be interesting. But yeah, so with everything that's going on, those are two drivers I like. And how about Bourdais? Man, it's been what, like 2 months, 3 months since he fractured his back and pelvis and stuff, and he's just been cleared to go back racing by IndyCar. So man, that is just remarkable recovery time. So yeah, that's definitely awesome to hear. F1. Oh man, you guys are throwing out the hard questions. I'm not a fan of Hamilton though. Like, there's no faulting his driving ability, but I don't like his attitude. And to a similar extent, Vettel, but I like Vettel a little more than Hamilton. But favorite Formula 1 driver? I'd have to say maybe Alonso. Alonso, he's always just been getting a tough break, man. And going from basically second seat in Ferrari to McLaren right as they start sucking, it's like, ugh, man. I want to see Alonso get competitive again, because I know he has the skill for it, but he just needs the car to catch up with it. Also, I want to give another honorable mention. You might remember this guy, Mimo Gidley. Mimo Gidley, he raced in what's now the Tudor United Sports Car Championship, and he's actually a very talented driver. He's another local to my area, and he wrote quite a few racing instructional books. But he had that freak accident in the 24 Hours at Daytona, where he was driving and he was passing a lapped car, but there was this Ferrari stalled on the track, and he just plowed into that guy full speed because of the glare of the sun, and he broke his legs, he broke his back, and just had a hard time recovering. But actually, a couple months ago, I got to meet him at Sonoma Raceway and watch him get back in a go-kart and start driving again. And then I heard he had an opportunity to test out a Porsche GT race car at the track. So it's definitely great to see him getting back behind the wheel a little over 3 years since that horrible accident. And I'll just say, watching him drive on the track, he still got it, man. He did have that tough injury, but he really sprung back from that. And seeing him driving into go-karts and driving really fast really was impressive. Sean, Are you in the track or are you just looking? Because I just drove past a car in the pit lane. Sean, look, you might be able to sort by server population. We currently have 3 people in. It's GT Cars at Brands Hatch. Name is Speed Freaks 24/7. So if you look in there, you should be able to find us, I think. Stevie, one association I'd say is Lewis Hamilton is like the Kyle Busch of NASCAR. You cannot fault his driving talent. You cannot fault his ability. He is a heck of a racing driver, and I appreciate his skills. But seeing his attitude off the track, seeing how he reacts in negative situations, it's cringeworthy. And it really is like, did he just do that? Did he just say that? But as mentioned before, you cannot fault his driving ability. He is an incredible driver. That's my 2 cents. But yeah, it was funny. One of my friends, he used to race go-karts, and he was always saying he's always saying, I want to be on whatever F1 team that Hamilton's on. Because this was right around the time that Schumacher had his first retirement. So he was a big fan of Schumacher first. But then once Schumacher retired, he was like, okay, I'll jump onto the Hamilton camp now. Yeah, today's social media would be a riot hearing about what Schumacher's doing. And also, like, Senna and Prost, imagine their exchanges on Twitter. Imagine how that would be, especially when the two were teammates. Yikes. Cold tires. You get some heat in. Actually, I thought tire blankets were on, so I should have heat in here. Little oversteer there. Let's try crossover. With him being a GT2, I can just imagine he's going to pull away now. Unless he spins. I'm not faster than him. He's pulling away, man. This is one of the things I am not a fan of in Assetto Corsa, though. Because technically, this GT2 race car is getting scored the same way as GT3. So, there isn't really true multi-class racing in Assetto Corsa, which is irritating, I'll put it that way. Because I would have loved to see multi-class racing with multi-class scoring in Assetto Corsa. But I think they confirmed it's not going to happen in Assetto Corsa 1, and that it's likely going to be in Assetto Corsa 2. So, irritating, but hopefully Assetto Corsa 2 does it properly. I know, not with two of you, but I'm just saying in general. I mean, that's one of the irritating things with the Mugello race that always has activity in Assetto Corsa Online. There are 2 or 3 different classes simulated in that, but you're not going to win that race unless you're driving a GT2 car. I am streaming from California, Stevie. I live about a half hour from Sonoma Raceway, about an hour from San Francisco. So that also explains why my ping is so high in this server, because this is a UK server, I think. But man, I cannot wait until Assetto Corsa finally gets Laguna Seca, because Laguna Seca is one of my local-ish tracks. It's about a 3-hour drive away, but I've gone there for a couple events. I've actually never been to Laguna Seca for a race, though. So, I think someday I'd want to go there for a race. I think that would be a lot of fun. Or maybe try a driving school, but unfortunately, the Skip Barber school went belly up, so I don't know if there's going to be another driving school there to replace the Skip Barber school at the track, but I would love to see that. Yeah, all things considered, I'm getting some pretty considerable lap times. But it's just tough because that other car is literally in an upper class of its own. Because that's a Ferrari GT2 race car. This is the Nissan GTR GT3. So no doubt that Ferrari is going to be faster. Nothing I can do about that. Okay, I want to just throw out a question for you guys. Who here is excited for F1 2017? I am cautiously optimistic. I just got my review copies of F1 2017 to review, so I should be able to have some preview footage up by August 21st. So August 21st is when I should have some F1 2017 content. I might try a live stream as well. Stevie Gemza. I've been sim racing essentially for about a decade now. I started Sim Racing Paddock in 2015, late 2014. I used to be the head writer for Inside Sim Racing, but in the end of 2014, I decided to quit, help my friend with his business, and then after a little while, I decided, okay, I'm going to start my own site. So this site I've been running for 2.5 years now. Yeah, career mode is definitely one of the hallmarks of F1 2000 and or the F1 series in general. And it was disappointing to see, I think it was F1 2015 that got rid of it, but 16 has it back, 17's fleshing it out more, so I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to be. But also one thing I want to mention is, I mentioned this earlier in the stream, I am going to be doing a giveaway for one PS3 or one PS4 key, one Xbox One key, and one PC key. So if you stay tuned to the Sim Racing Paddock channel, also stay tuned to the Sim Racing Paddock forums, link below in the description, and I am going to be opening up that competition. But you are going to have to sign up for the SRP forums to have a chance to win. Just be aware of that. I meant PS4 key. I meant PS4 key. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some testing time with F1 2017. I might do that later today. I might do that tomorrow. Because also tomorrow I have to stay around my house and wait for the Track Racer RS6 to come in. But man, I'm running out of room in my garage. I had to figure some stuff out. But likely, if the GTR simulator or the Track Racer is definitely solid, I might basically figure out something with the other cockpit. I have a couple friends I'm wanting to help get into sim racing, so I might let them borrow one of them. But also, as mentioned, I am trying to bring some more people into the SRP team. I am looking to have some people help with the riding helm and maybe helping with video stuff, and maybe can help them get some items to review for the site. Unfortunately, I'm not really in a position where I can pay, but granted, Race Department, Virtual R, I don't believe they pay their riders. They allow people to review and stuff, but I'm looking to bring SRP into a more community-oriented element, especially sort of rebranding SRP since milestone, we hit 5,000 subscribers recently, so I'm really stoked for that. But stay tuned, there are going to be some interesting changes for SRP in the near future. For example, I am working with one of my friends to redesign the Sim Racing Paddock logo, make it something a little more professional, make it a little cooler, more streamlined, more race car-ish, site-ish. So that should be exciting. Sort of finalizing designs now in concept, so that should be in a couple weeks or so, I think, when I'll unveil the new logo. So that should be interesting. And of course, I'll have that uploaded in case you guys want to use in paint schemes. And hopefully you guys might be interested in that. What just happened? I just realized I'm in the lead now. Did the other guy spin off while I was talking? Because, yeah, now I'm in the lead. Alright, Large Llama, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great night's sleep. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I'm in the lead. Wow. That's an interesting turn of events. So if I don't spin, I think I win the race. So yeah, that GT2 car, huh? Interesting. Woo! We take home the win. William Marsh has won the race. There we go. Burnout time. That's what happens when you keep your nose clean, guys. Not a bad burnout. Whoop whoop. Tokyo Drift. Oh yeah, no handbrake in this car. Alright, guys. I think I might end on a high note, guys. Oh, Jamal, that stinks. I generally do talk the same way to my friends, and to each their own, I'd say. It's one thing I have been improving with, because one of the things I do struggle with in my life is a bit of depression. Sort of working my way out of that, like one day at a time, I'd say, but I'd say at times I do get awkward in situations, but I'd say I am improving since then. So it takes a bit of time, and depression, it's definitely a battle. There's actually a video from Jimmy Broadbent I would recommend people watch about, and it really does take things into reality on that. And sure, I can definitely be more outgoing in certain situations, and sometimes I do get a little more awkward in talking, but it takes time. I definitely have improved a lot over the past 1.5 to 2 years. So I'm happy for that at least. But definitely it's a road, it's a journey, it takes time. But hey, life's about having fun. Life is about even going through this sort of situation, even when it is awkward at times. So that's my 2 cents about that. So yeah, to each their own, I guess. But I think there's some things I need to do around the house. I need to set up this GTR simulator cockpit, maybe get some laps in it tonight. But I thank you guys for watching, and I advise you to stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be making an announcement shortly about the F1 2017 promotion and giveaway, so stay tuned to that, and thank you for watching. Project Cars 2, should I buy? I'd say if you liked P-Cars 1 and are looking for more of that and are looking for the refined physics, definitely it's a great title. Don't expect the end-all be-all for racing simulation. Don't go in expecting, oh yeah, it's the best ever. But it's a very solid, very competent racing title as is. It's like Project Cars 1, but with a lot of minor improvements and some major ones like the physics. So go in looking at that. So that's my recommendation, but I do recommend it based on what I've been driving so far. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the giveaway and promotion. And for Sim Racing Paddock, I'm Will. You have a great rest of your day.